Hey everybody, it's Melissa. I finished my book that I showed y'all the beginnings of on my last video. It's my Love Notes book. This book is going to be a book that I use to put all my little notes that my husband has left me over the 25 years of marriage that we've had. We'll be married 25 years next month. So this is the finished product, and I'm digging the way it came out. It's pretty good. I'll start off with the papers. I use the Lacreme papers, and you get those at Hobby Lobby, and I use the 8x8 stack. And this is a wonderful value stack. It is very thick, and I've done 2 paper bag albums with this stack, and I still have some paper left over. So it's a wonderful value, and it's got flocked paper in it also. And that's what this is. This border is flocked. Then the back is flocked. And as you'll see, there's a few more flocked papers inside. I used all their papers. The only other paper I used was just plain black cardstock and plain red cardstock. And it was the Basil cardstock from Hobby Lobby. From Michael's, excuse me. On the binding, I used, grunge paper, Tim Holtz grunge paper, and I ran it through my Cuttlebug. And I'm going to do a really close-up right quick and show y'all because you can't see the detail. I love the way it came out. I cut it, ran it through the Cuttlebug, and then I took black acrylic paint and painted it. And I am just loving the way it turned out. It really looks like tooled leather. And I used a Tim Holtz D-ring and punched the holes and put the large eyelets in and put the D-ring in. And as you can see, I have tulle and fibers and ribbon and pearls and lace. Okay, enough of that. On my chipboard letters, I got both sets of these letters at Michael's, and I forgot the name of the fonts. I apologize, but I used glossy accents on the top to give them more dimension and some shine. This was just a plain button that had nothing in the center of it. It had an indentation actually, and it was a perfect size for this bling. And then this bling was clear, so I took alcohol ink, red alcohol ink, and dyed it. So let's get to the first page. I cut this out with my Cuttlebug with one of the cut and emboss combination folders, packs, and I embossed it with Swiss dots. I took a piece of transparency and red alcohol ink, and I inked it, and it looks kind of like a window. So, this is the EK Success Border Punch, and I sandwiched it between the paper bag and a piece of transparency that I used red ink on. And I explained that in the other video before I put the book together. This is one of the swirl paper clips from Spare Parts. Got that at Hobby Lobby. And my first tag, this is from the Gypsy Wanderings cartridge. And I cut it out, inked it with, okay, let me tell you the inks I used right quick. I used Distress inks, and I used the black soot, a little bit of worn lipstick, and a whole lot of fired brick. So those are the inks you'll see throughout the little book. So I took my Tim Holtz, and I call them the Love Collection. I don't know what the actual name of them is, but I'll show them to you. I use these stamps a lot in the book. So I took the writing stamp that was at the bottom, and I stamped it several times. And then I took clear embossing powder and embossed. And I don't know if you can tell or not, but these are lips. I embossed them with clear embossing powder to make it look like lip gloss. And then on this side, this says Grateful, and I don't know if y'all can tell because the light's not perfect in here, but I used the glitter, the silver glitter embossing powder on that. And that stamp came from this collection, and I think they're called Fancy Words or Pretty Words, something like that. I got these at a crop a long time ago, and I'm notorious for taking the packaging off and then forgetting whose stuff is by, so I'm sorry about that. Okay, on this tag, just a rectangle, I used my corner chomper that cuts the scalloped edge that mimics a tag top, and I use this all the time. So if y'all like to make mini books and tags, etc., get that. You will use it. I used the Tim Holtz collection again that I showed y'all and stamped the flourishes with embossing liquid and used the cream Ranger embossing powder. And then I used, these are my new favorite thing, the Viva pearl pens. You guys, these are great. You can make any size pearl that you want, and they dry really fast. So I don't know if you can see them or not, but I'm going to show you close up how pretty they are. They're very dimensional and really cool. Very versatile. Okay. That's enough of that. Sorry it shakes the camera when I do that. This is my actual favorite tag, and it's upside down. I accidentally stamped the writing upside down, and I didn't realize it until I got the flourishes on. I stamped in the black soot, then I stamped the flourishes in red, and I looked and said, oh my gosh, that's upside down. But I love the way it came out, so I kept it that way. And this is a My Big Ideas rub-on that I put in the middle, and I really love the way this tag came out. And the little paper clip is from Spare Parts. It's holding the button on the front. On this tag, this is also cut out with my Cuttlebug with one of the combination cut and emboss packs. It's the one that has the peacock, I believe. And I stamped the background, sorry for the reach, I stamped the background with this Stampabilities music stamp in black soot, as you can see. And this is my new favorite stamp. Isn't this heart gorgeous? This heart stamp is from Stampendous. And y'all, it makes the best impression. It's the best size and shape too. I used it not only for this, but I used it also for cutting out hearts to use in other ways. And that's that heart. And then I used, as you can see, with a worn lipstick in the background, the music note stamp. And this is a EK Success Border Punch. And I didn't show y'all this tag, I don't think, but this is that stamp again. And I stamped it twice and cut it out and sandwiched it between the tag that I made. And then I used the Tim Holtz crown from that Love collection and put some pink and blue bling on it. Okay, the first page. This is the first time I've gotten to use these Pretty Word stamps. Romantic Words, I think is what they're called. And this is they. And aren't they pretty? I've been dying to use them for something, and they were just perfect for this book. So I stamped those in black soot. I cut another one of those hearts out, and I cut it apart, cut part of it off, and used the 1/8 inch terrifically tacky tape to make my little pocket to hold my tags. So that's what I did with that page, and these are from a Cuttlebug combination pack also. Now my first tag, I used the music note stamp again, and this is the Fancy Labels, the new embossing folders from Cuttlebug, and I should have brought one in here to show y'all. It's that new long 5x7 embossing folder, and it's got several different tags, and you'll see a couple more in the book. And you can cut, emboss, and ink without taking the paper out. It is the coolest thing. That way you get the ink only on the part of the tag you want it on. the raised area. Now, on the back of the tag, I used a beautiful piece of lace. I laid my paper on the table. I laid my lace over the top. It started off cream cardstock, as you can see. I taped the lace down, and then I took my Tim Holtz fired brick ink, and I took the ink applicator, the little rectangle, with the sponge on it, and I spounced all over. And I'm going to show y'all close up how cool this came out. I was just shocked with the detail. It really looks like a piece of lace is laying over there. I mean, I've done this with doilies and stuff before, but I've never done it to this extent, and I'm just shocked how well it came out. I'm going to have to do this video in 2 parts, so I'm going to stop now, and please stay tuned for part 2.